Good afternoon, teacher. This is our project, Plagiarism in the Academic Community. The content is the introduction, definition, types of plagiarism, consequence, prevention, our experience, conclusion, and bibliography. Plagiarism is a serious problem in the academic community as it involves using someone else's work without proper recognition. The behavior weakens academic integrity and impedes genuine learning. Default understanding plagiarism and how to avoid it is essential to maintain an ethical and responsible academic practice.
Definition of plagiarism. Plagiarism is the act of using another person's work, idea, or work without giving proper credit. It is considered a serious from academic misconduct because it's going against honesty, originality, and the value of the academic community. Type of plagiarism. Direct plagiarism. This type of plagiarism happens when someone copies text exactly as appears of source without quotation marks or citation. In other words, the person presents someone else's work or work words as their own, mosaic or pitchwork plagiarism. This occurs when a person combines parts from different sources with your own writing, but still keep the structure of key idea from this source. Even if afterwards a challenge without proper citation, it is skill plagiarism. Accidental plagiarism. Accidental plagiarism happens when someone unintentionally forgets to citation source, make mistake in reference, or fails or use quotation marks correctly. Even if it is not done properly, it is still considered plagiarism. Images, media, and data plagiarism. This happens when someone views images, graphics, table of they create by others without crediting the original authors or creators. Visual material must also be properly citation.
Uh, a continuation, a consequence of plagiarism in the academic community. Consequence of the student. Ideal theft and intellectual crime. One academic consequence. Surrogate and expulsion and damaged reputation. Two, legal consequence, copyright fines, lawsuits, um, ethical community consequence discredit. Next, consequence for the institution and the academic community. Plagiarism has a corrosive weakens the foundation of the university, damage to institutional reputation, prestige is lost and high cost and incurred on scientific tours. The is tours and science by the evaluate zero. Next.
3. Prevention for the institution and the academic community. Prevention in base of the following main strategies. 1. education and training strike, skill workshop, often mandatory workshop on academic integrance and the responsible use of information. Citation mastery, instruct on the discipline specific citation style, APA and cover and when it is mandatory to cite. Guide to using sources. So students also evaluate the credibility and relevance of sources, avoiding copy and faster from non-academic sites. 2. Tax design and assignments. Custom tax. Create assignments that require applying material to a local specific context. Focus on the process. Evaluate the research process, not just the final product. Use on the one voice. Ask the student to include a section of personal reflection on conclusion, whether in the integrate the success with their own argument. Next.
Or experiences. In my experience during my freshman year in the university, I almost plagiarized without realizing it. I use information from an online article but forget to cite it correctly. When my teacher pointed it out to me, I felt embarrassed and worried about the consequences. However, experience taught me the importance of sitting correctly and reviewing my work carefully. Since then, I have been more responsible in academic work.
Eh, In my experience, I almost noticed that a friend of mine copied some idea in this inside without I did proper reference. I told him about it and showed with him how the cities of source correctly. That experience made me realize how easy it is to commit accidental plagiarism.
Uh, mm, in my experience, and 3 years ago, I found a company referred to here as company as the administrator. One of their first things I reviewed was the company's mission and vision, trusting that these elements were unique, aspect, and specific to each organizational. I took the time interpret each word and up further investigation and was surprised to discover the both the mission and the vision stance and beyond plagiaristic text and be in support over the years. And no one had noticed as three were supposedly created by their former administrator who had worked at the company for several years. In, in response that this situation, I crossed mission and vision statements. Next.
My experience as future accounting professional. I recall the case of the classmates in my advanced financial auditing class. The final project consisted of thorough analysis of real company financial statements. These classmates, under time pressure, decided to borrow entire paragraphs from an audit report available online and present them as part of his own analysis. Without citing the source, the professor and experienced account were valued at above all else, whose anti-flyer software that immediately detect the copying. Thank you.
In conclusion, plagiarism threatens the values of honesty and originality that guide academic work, but by recognizing its consequence and adopting appropriate citation practices, students' researchers can protect their credibility and contribute responsibly to the academic community. Therefore, prevent plagiarism is critical to ensuring fairness and maintaining academic integrity. Next, the bibliography. Uh, and thank you, teacher.